Now, uh, there is this schism in Vedic and Avestan people. That is a very popular belief, and that is the usually majoritarian argument. I am not saying there is no consensus among scholars whether this happened. Uh, and then there is also contesting arguments about independent development. But interestingly, in Zoroastrian culture, uh, they worship asuras or ahuric entities, ahuric deities, and uh, in Vedic culture they talk about devas. So if you see Rigveda, so in Rigveda, asuras are also worshipped, like venerated, because Varuna is not deva, it is asura. So there is asura Varuna. So mm, and basically this Varuna is itself, its characteristics are very similar to that of Avramazda. So, and if somebody know that there are 101 names of Avramazda, so Varun is one of the name. So these are the similarities, but these are point of difference. So these basically in this asura, or in Rigveda, that the asura literally mean, asu means life force, and ra means who possesses or who offers. So asura is basically the giver of life force. So and this is very important concept in Zoroastrianism also. So it is Amesha Sventa, it is Monte's life giving forces. So that is very crucial to Zoroastrianism. But there are this, they worship this Asura Medha or Ahura Mazda. And uh, in Avesta, what is the mention of Devas? So in very oldest part of Avesta, we find Devas as false gods. So Devas are considered false gods. They are not demons in uh, old text of Avesta. So that's why content wise we find that Rigveda, where Asuras and Devas both are venerated, the Samhita part I'll say, are is basically the older. The Rigved Samhita is older than the Avesta, because in Avesta we find that they are separated, these both divinities, and then Asuras are worshipped and Devas are called false gods. Mm. And then there are some philosophical reasons behind that, that they with their adjectives and all, so devas they can bend their own rules. So devas, they don't follow any rules, they make the rules and then they break it, they can bend it any way they want, and they do nasty things to bend these rules. So that is their argument. In But in younger Avesta, slowly these devas become demonified. So these devas were turned into demons. But of course, Avesta has their own set of demons. So they are not intermingling with each other. These are a different category of demons. Now, if we try to see the first argument, that is common origin. So the argument is that they were together, these Zoroastrians and Vedic, these Indo-Iranians were living together, and then there was a split. We don't know, and with this split, the reason of this split is unknown. But because of the split between Vedic and Zoroastrians, Zoroastrians started calling devas as first fall gods and then demons, and and Vedic started calling asuras as demons. And in post Samhita text, post Vedic Samhita, we find that asuras are not considered good. So they were together and there was a fight. So this schism is basically, uh, uh, we can say this schism is this antagonism is proof of schism. And there are similar deities also, divinities also. So they were together, and another thing is their rituals. There is similarity between the rituals, because both of them have the ritual around fire. So that's why. And then there is a mention that there were these this split, and then that Mazdaism lasted for ages, and then Zarathustra came, and Zarathustra Asha Zarathustra made reforms in this Zoroastrianism and made this religion henotheistic, or we can say monotheistic, if you don't want to be very technically accurate. But uh, henotheism is basically uh, they have one supreme deity, but they don't deny the existence of other divinities like Mitra or Ardvisuranahita or uh, all other Apamnapat. So they are not denying their existence or their divinity, but there is one supreme deity um, who is there, who is supreme. So the basically this Mazdaism got converted into something like henotheistic belief, or somebody I say that somebody might call it as monotheistic belief. Basically, the argument is another argument why there is a common origin. Then, what was the reason why Zarathustra made these reforms? So, there must be some material reasons for which material reasons which made it necessary that there should be reforms in the religion, and what was those conditions is unknown. So that's why. But there were reforms like other deities, or there were other divinities. They became under the Ahura Mazda. Like they are Yazatas. They are okay. They are divinities, but the supreme is Ahura Mazda. Now then there is another argument which is independent development. So because this Mitanni and Hittite treaty, they mention the deities which are present in Vedic pantheon, plus some additional deities, of course. But these deities are prevalent in this Central Asian and all these regions. This people who are speaking Indo-Iranian languages. So these divinities were present, and there was an exchange of these deities. Locally, there were deities, the local deities, plus then they have sent these deities outside, and these outside deities were adopted, and a kind of polytheistic religion was formed. Then there is also existence of other ancient Iranian faiths, and that is also an argument. Like the wearing sacred thread is not very exclusive Zoroastrian practices. Like wearing kashti is not exclusive Zoroastrian practices. All other like the money, the cult formed by money, Manichaean. So they used to wear that. Mitra worshippers, even the Magha Brahmins wear Avyanga, or Avyanga is again phonetically similar to Ivyangan in in Avestan, which is the sacred thread. So these similarities are basically pointing towards that these rituals um, were not exclusive to to Zoroastrian, and that is pointing out that these rituals were common, might be common throughout Central Asia. Mm. Uh, yeah, it is Upanan ceremony in very narrow terms, in the Rigvedic terms. And that sacred thread is again different than Avyanga of Magha Brahmins. So Avyanga is only sun worshippers who wear that. Mm. Just Kasti is again hollow made up of wool, but Avyanga is again hollow made up of cotton. So that is the difference. Next, please.